Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days for today's second video. Day 10 will take us to the 10th of November, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the extended GFS and ECM ensembles because they run to around a couple of weeks. We'll have a look at the CFSB2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks, and that will get us towards the last stages of November. I shall get on that for you in a moment. Just say that the first video scene was our 6 AM upload, and we are going to be live streaming at 8 PM this evening, where we will be having a bit of a chat about yesterday's epic 9th winter update. And we'll also show you some 12s there, bringing some long range, and that will be coming up at 8 PM tonight, so I shall see you all live. Then, happy Halloween as well, everybody, of course. Right, I just want to say thank you so much to latest channel member Stuart McSwan. Thank you so much to Stuart for becoming a channel member for GavsWeatherVids. That is incredible. Thank you so much, my friend. If you would like to become a channel member for GavsWeatherVids, all you need to do is click the join button. You can find it there on the YouTube homepage and on all of the video watch pages as well. There is a join button where you can click that, see what benefits you get for becoming a channel member, and also sign up on that page as well. Thank you so much to all of our channel members. I will do a video probably at the end of the year shout out all channel members, so everyone who's a channel member will get a mention in a video probably towards the end of the year. But thank you so much to Stuart for becoming a channel member. Thank you so much to all of our channel members. Right, shall we crack on with the video then? Why not do that? So we're going to have a look at the Tropical Atlantic first of all. So we've got 15 just here. This is potential tropical cyclone 15, giving maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour with a minimum set pressure of 1,003 millibars, and moving westwards at 12 miles per hour. Clicking on 15 and going there, we can see that this is predicted to very shortly become a tropical storm. And it is expected to become a short-lived Category 1 hurricane, actually, by around the middle part of the week, by around Wednesday, just off the coast of South America there, so around Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, that sort of area. Looks like it's going to get impacted, probably southern Mexico as well. Looks like it can get impacted by this rather short-lived Category 1 hurricane. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that, of course. Central England temperature, we're still waiting for an update from Hadley at the moment, still sitting at 12.4, that's provisional to the 27th. Not sure about an update now before month's end, or well, at least month's end. Not sure about an update now before we get the finalised figure sometime in early November or not. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles the next couple of weeks. So red line is a 30-year upper air temperature average for London. So above average at the moment. We're going to go cooler over the rest of this coming week, though. Cool down going to take place. Only back close to average, really. The upper air temperature will be a little bit below. It won't be that cold on the surface. And as we go into the weekend and next week, up towards the middle part of November, it actually looks relatively mild, again, with the upper air temperatures yet again going back above average. The green line, which is the GFS midnight operational run, that's taking off as well, and becoming very mild once more through that second week of November. So it looks like we're in for another push of very mild air from the south and from the southwest now through the second week of November. Precipitation-wise, regular bouts of rain coming through as well. So there is going to be quite a bit of wet weather to come over the next couple of weeks. Mild and wet really sums it up, I think. If we have a look at the extended ensembles, there's that milder phase showing up just there around the second week to the middle part of November. And then that's cooling down a little bit, back closer to average again for the second half of the month. So no sign of anything desperately cold coming up over the course of November. Actually, so that's a relatively mild ensemble. Also looks quite wet, as you'd expect, of course, at this time of the year. Temperature anomalies from the 31st of October to the 8th of November, going to be a little bit above average. We'll come down slightly from being exceptionally mild to something closer to normal, but still on the mild and average side. And precipitation anomalies from the 31st of October to 8th of November, generally on the wetter than average side as well. So mild and wet through the first week of November. The latest info about from earth-nullschool.net shows that we've got plenty of low pressure in the Atlantic Ocean, and we're trying quite a mild southerly, southwesterly type flow with those areas of low pressure, so the temperatures are holding up all right, but the low pressures in the Atlantic will be bringing further spells of rain, and eventually we're going to start to lose this southerly influence that we've had for so very long. We'll start to bring in not particularly cold, but certainly a cooler northerly, westerly wind with like a northerly source in the Atlantic. So the air will be originating from like there and that sort of area instead of from down here where it has been originating from for so very long. So that explains why, for a while anyway, the temperatures will lower back closer to average. But it looks like more mild weather will be with us for next week. Right, well, this is how the latest UK Met Euro run is looking. Midnight on Thursday. Low pressure wind chilly in control to North Scotland, another low just to our south and southwest. We're bringing in these westerly winds. As I say, they are a cooler wind because the air originates from up here with these westerlies as opposed from down there. Now, as we push on through into the end of week and the weekend, a little bit of a ridge starts to build on Friday ahead of this next area of low pressure, and that comes pushing in as we go from Saturday into Sunday. That brings further spells of wet and windy weather with it, all the way up to midnight next Monday. This time next week we're looking unsettled, low pressure in the Atlantic, bring up a relatively mild southwesterly wind, but also bringing outbreaks of rain with it. Icon looks like that. Again, rather showery as we go into Thursday. Friday, a little bit of a ridge there, trying to get going, but it's only ahead of the next low, which flattens it off through next weekend, so the unsettled weather keeps going through the coming weekend, I should say, with further wet and windy weather at times, and that gets us to the end of the Icon run, midday next Monday, 7th of November, when we are looking unsettled. The GFS midnight run once more is rather wet and windy through Wednesday. That clears out away Thursday to Friday. On Friday we begin to get a transient ridge building ahead of the next area of low pressure. That next area of low pressure coming in off the Atlantic through the course of the weekend. Looking very unsettled over the weekend. Low pressure coming and going, bringing spells of rain with it. Then we head up towards day 10. We start to get this next build of pressure over France and Spain. So back we go into those very mild southwest winds. That's the upper air temperatures looking up through the second week of November. Surface temperatures will respond to that as well. Bring up some very mild air from the Azores and possibly the Canary Islands once again. The high pressure wind starts reaching northwards, wants to go north. Certainly setting things down. It won't be particularly cold, but I suppose we might start getting some fog with that ridge of high pressure and whatnot. That's going pretty sharp, actually. So eventually we bring more low pressure back in off the Atlantic by the middle of November. We are raising pressure over Scandinavia, you'll notice, very gradually. You'll know, if you've been following like the long range updates, like the season 1 roundups, you'll know that the long range ones, a lot of them in this month's update, which we released on Saturday morning, a lot of them were flirting with high pressure towards Scandinavia for this winter. None of them were going for particularly cold winters, but a lot of them were flirting with the idea of high pressure towards Scandinavia. And we see the GFS midnight run there, just trying to raise heights a bit over Scandinavia. So that might be something to watch as we move towards the winter. The GFS 6Z, again, looking very unsettled on Thursday, properly showery, wet and windy into Friday, Saturday, a little bit of a ridge tries to get going, but it's quickly flattened off by this next area of low rolling in from off the Atlantic. Heading up through next week again, looks very unsettled, low pressure bearing down on the country through the early part of the week anyway, then high pressure gets going through France, Spain, Portugal, and up comes another push of really mild, if not warm air from the southwest. That's day 10, 10th of November, looking very, very mild then, with those southwesterly winds pumping up the warmth. As we head on into the extended range, that low pressure then starts to come in off the Atlantic again and returns us back to very unsettled weather. Again, you'll notice heights are rising here to our north. So this time we're raising the heights from Scandinavia to Greenland in the Norwegian Sea. We're still mild even with the blocking because we're on the mild side of the blocking. So we're still drawing up those southerly winds and we're still very unsettled with low pressure giving further bouts of rain. And that's how look as we end the GFS 6 run. Again, the heights are rising to the north, but we are kept on the mild side of that blocking area of high pressure due to this area of low pressure to our south-southwest. Again, winds coming up from a southerly to about slightly southeasterly direction. Quite interesting though to see the heights rising to the north. If you are enjoying this video, please can you like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much everybody for doing that. And why not drop a comment and let us know what you think of all of our videos. And we thank you so very much everyone for doing that. We need to put on around 60 subscribers now to get ourselves to 14.7k. So please give us a sub. And thank you so much everyone. Right, GEM, again looking very unsettled on Thursday. Wet and windy into Friday and Saturday. Just a little bit of ridges trying to get going. But it's only had the next area of low. That next area of low comes through during Saturday and further spells of rain with it. And then we're into those southwesterly winds again as we move up towards daytime, bringing milder air into the south anyway. But north is a little bit cooler and all areas look rather unsettled. And then the ECM WF looks like that, wet and windy Wednesday to Thursday, then showery Thursday to Friday. Little bit of a ridge building across the country through Friday into Saturday morning, but Saturday will bring the next area of low pressure in off the Atlantic with further bouts of rain coming in with it. Then into the early part of next week, high pressure getting going through France, Spain, and that pulls wind back up into a very mild southwesterly. We're back into a flat westerly though by day 10, all looking rather mild, flat as a pancake, and absolutely no sign up to that point of any height rises to the north either. Bit of a precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from Meteo.com. There's going to be plenty of showers, longer spells of rain, maybe even some thunder coming and going over the next few days. And quite a prolonged wet spell gets going there. That's as we go into the middle part of the week. So quite a bit of rain flirting with the south there. A little bit dry as we get into Friday, but then more low pressures bring further wet weather as we get into the weekend, and we're left in really showery conditions really as we head up towards day 10. Now, these are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles from yesterday. They haven't updated today, so I thought we'd just show you what the ECM ensembles were showing yesterday for day 10, which was the 9th of November. With 20 members of the ensembles having low pressure right over the country, very unsettled. 16 with low pressure out to our west, high pressure to our east and southeast, and winds coming up southwest direction, and then 15 with low pressure in off the Atlantic and very Atlantic driven. They are all quite unsettled, and it's going to depend how close this ridge is to our east as to whether we bring up that very mild air from the southwest, whether we're a little bit cooler. And then in 2 weeks' time, these were the options yesterday. So this is for the 14th of November. 31 members of the ECM ensemble wanting to keep things mild and westerly with low pressure to the north, high pressure to the south, and winds in from west. And then 20, a minority option, but a significant minority, building up a Scandinavian high and trying to get the wind into the east. So they were the options we had yesterday. As I say, they haven't updated at the Icelandic Met Office, these options for this morning. And when this happens, it can last a few days of notice in the past. So we may be short of the options on the table for a few days, but we'll wait and see. Right, lastly, CFSB2, these are 500 millibar heights and orange broken down into week periods. The first week period will take from the 31st of October, 6th of November. The coming week will have a low pressure to our west and will bring the wind in from off the Atlantic with high pressure around Spain, looking westerly and unsettled. Week 2 is going to be the 7th to the 13th of November. High pressure still sticking around Spain, but we are raising the heights a bit to our north, and there's a tropical low pressure sitting over Denmark as well. Implies that the jet stream might be starting to move a little bit further south. That might be starting to cool things off a bit. Week 3 looks like that. It's the 14th to 20th of November. Masses of height rises to the north from Scandinavia towards Greenland. Low pressure is to our south. Probably still on the mild side of that trough of low pressure. But certainly, becoming increasingly blocked there. And then as we get through to week 4, which is the 21st, 27th of November, high pressure around Greenland and also into northwestern parts of Russia. Low pressure down here. I reckon by now we probably get wind into the east. So that could be a lot colder as we get into the last week or so of November because of that blocking, taking control of the weather pattern. Quite an interesting CFS run today, but we should wait and see about that, of course. Right, well, we're done. If you've enjoyed the video, please can you like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that. Why not drop a comment and let us know what you think about all of our videos. And don't forget to tell your friends and family to subscribe as well. And thank you so very much for doing that. Right, well, that's it for our 10 to 14 day. We're going to be back later on live streaming at 8 PM this evening. So I shall see you live then. And just so come tomorrow, so we will have the 6 AM forecast. We're going to have the European outlook as well. We've got 10 to 14 day. The Christmas countdown is beginning tomorrow too. Terry Scoley's November forecast will probably be on Wednesday. Probably Wednesday for Terry's November forecast. And the Christmas countdown gets underway, as I say, tomorrow at 7 PM-ish. Right, so we're done for this video. I shall see you later on for our live stream, but for this one, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.